Good morning, guys. It is 9:59. Says it's 58 degrees outside. It's actually beautiful outside. Really is nice. I have stopped at Burger King. I have a gripe. I really do. Here's the gripe. I went to the bathroom, and I personally feel that if you use the bathroom, you ought to at least try to purchase something in the facility that you use the bathroom at. So, I'm a fan of tater tots, so I bought a hash brown, a medium hash brown. Keep that in mind, medium hash brown. And 4 mini cinnamon buns. The hash brown was $2.49. The Cinni Minis were $2.99. Total $5.48 for these 2 items. I'm going to show you something. Please bear with me. That is a medium hash brown. This is a business card. This is the sweet sauce that came with the Cinni Minis. I kind of think within maybe a ½ inch, that's the same size as this container. Somebody make this make sense to me, please. I remember when a medium fry was actually a medium fry. This is a small fry sold as a medium. This is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. On that note, I'm headed home for a break. I'm going to upload my video. And remember, my giveaway is on the 12th. Once again, all you have to do is comment my ending tally for the week. I am going to post in a video on Sunday, telling you my end tally for the week. When I do that, yes, I understand it might be late, but when I do that, I'm going to take the first person that responds to that. If a bunch of you respond, I'm probably going to do a random comment picker for YouTube, from YouTube for that. But if only 1 or 2 of you respond, I will pick one, probably the first one that I see. So, with that being said, I will contact that person. I will ask for either their Cash App, their Venmo, their Zelle, or their address if they want a physical money order. But it's going to be for $25 because I have 25 subscribers. When I reach 50 subscribers, my giveaway will be $50. When I reach 75, my giveaway will be $75. When I reach 100, my giveaway will be $100. And then I think what I'm going to do is from that point forward, every giveaway I do will be $100 giveaway for every 100 subscribers I receive. So, if you or your buddies or anybody else wants to subscribe and get a chance to win some free cash, then you are more than willing and more than happy to do so. Oh, and I have another one I'm going to share. I'm going to try to insert a photograph of my Uber page from this morning when I logged in. I found some interesting stuff that's been happening with Uber, and I just want to share it with everybody. The thing about it is, the surge pay said it was $4.50 in one area, $9 and some change in another area, and mine sitting right smack in the middle of all that, which you can see where my icon is inside that colorful square. And if you look just below that square, it says $3.75 for the next trip. Why is it $3.75 when I'm looking at $4.50 for something and $9 and change? Why is it only $3.75? Just another one of those things that make you scratch your head and say, why? And I am still in standard mode. I have not gained any ground on advantage mode. Because I believe Uber needs to change their speed policy to suit the time. And I mean now, the time now, not 20 years ago, now. Uber has a policy that if you go 7 miles above the speed limit of anything posted below 55 miles an hour, you are breaking their rule. At 7 miles an hour above the speed limit of a 35 mile an hour street, that's 42 miles an hour. That's 42 miles an hour. So therefore, I believe it ought to be 45. Because I've literally had cars lined up behind me, no one in front of me. And I know cops can pull me over for impeding traffic. I know they can. Because I was following Uber's rule. So I believe Uber needs to change that rule to at least 10 miles an hour. Make it, because it's right now 3, 5, and 7. It needs to be 5, 7, and 10. So I am currently being punished by Uber because I feel that if a person gets in my car, they want to get to where they're going as quickly and as safely as possible. And I do that and have done that over 800 times, because that's how many people I've taken, over 800 trips so far. I followed their guidelines one day for the entire day. Did not speed. Uber tracks braking, speed, and G-forces. I did not speed, didn't go around corners too fast, didn't do any harsh braking, like I don't do that anyway, but I didn't do any harsh braking or nothing that would justify for them to do that. But I didn't gain not 1 point toward my advantage mode. You have 0 to 100, 75 and below, you get dropped out of advantage mode. 75 and below, you get dropped out of advantage mode. So I was at 69 when I noticed I was no longer in advantage mode. Yes, they sent me a message, but Uber disables messages while you're in that app. So I couldn't see the fact that they sent me this message, because you can't see it while you're using the app. You have to back out of where you are and then you can see it. So I found this out, lo and behold. So then I do my thing about driving responsibly in the right way according to Uber and all this stuff. And I go and I find that I have not gained not 1 point throughout the entire day of driving this way. So now I am on a mission to just do it my way and not worry about the extra 20% that Uber says I am losing for not being in advantage mode. I also believe that if you accept a reservation request and that person cancels that request before the time comes for you to go get them, I think you ought to be able to get a cancellation fee from that guy for canceling that, or that person, that individual, whoever they are, for canceling that reservation when you already had it set in and reserved it so you could go get that person. I believe that if you're en route to pick somebody up and they cancel it, Uber cancels it, you ought to be able to get some kind of compensation for that. No, they don't. Just so you know, they don't. I had a reservation trip the other day. I started my trip at 7:05. I was sitting in traffic and kept getting these little pop-ups saying I was going to be late for my reservation. Simply because I'm sitting in traffic, they took that reservation away from me. I was en route to get that person and did not make a dime for that. I think this is wrong. I felt like I had just been driving around trying to bust my butt to get this guy picked up on time for nothing. And if you think Uber cares about their drivers, if you ask me, I don't believe they do. Because if they did, they'd treat us better. And the reason I decided to go home and haven't drove anymore today yet is I sat in Burger King's parking lot for about 5 to 7 minutes eating my little cinnamon buns, and I was online for Uber and never got a trip. So I have been online since about 7:05 or something like that this morning. 7:10, somewhere around there. So I'm just gonna go home, upload my video, try to get that picture out of my my phone to add to my video. these guys make to haul these cars down the road. I see a lot of trucks with those on them. Like 2 or 3 different cars, one car on it. I wonder what they make for that. Interesting to know. That's all. Get out of these people. Boy, I'm going 76 miles an hour and these people are crawling up my butt like I'm slowing down or something. Let's just see what they want to do. Everybody's had a good day. Make me a cup of coffee, upload this video, take me a short break, then reset, come right back out and do it again. seen my very first flock camera today on top of a pole, looking at the right side lanes of I think it was North Bend Road. I had a passenger in my car and I pointed out to him that that was a flock camera, and the only reason I knew what that was is because I just so happened to watch a video on YouTube, which is my favorite place to be. A video on YouTube, a gentleman that was talking about flock cameras. And how they are everywhere. They're not only tracking your license plate, they're using your license plate to track where you go and who else goes to these places that you visit, that you may or may not know. So you could very well be guilty by association and don't even associate with them. garbage man hasn't got here yet. So, with that being said, between them. Yep, that works. All right, guys. Thanks for riding home with me. I appreciate it. I would appreciate a subscribe and a like. I really would. I thank you very much for riding home, and I'll see you next video. All right, bye guys.